Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Daily Paycheck with John from Pro Craps on Casino Gaming TV. I know that I'm bumping times now with Joe from Craps and Dice Degeny. He's finishing up his show. I think he's on his last shooter, but if we don't start on time, we're going to end up being late for the next show. So here we go. We are in Daily Paycheck mode. We are building a bankroll here from 10,000 to 100,000, 10% at a time. Like I'm literally taking 10% out of my master bankroll and try to win 10% of that every day. It's like this discipline, crazy discipline thing that we're doing to prove that it can be done if you're smart and logical in the way that you approach your game and you're fearless in leaving when you're up. So that's part of it. The second part of it is we're running strategies for a month at a time to see really how well they respond under the heat of the light for a full month. This month, we're running a strategy that was created by Dice Degen, Chris, and Greg from 555 Craps called The Storm. And the way it works is this. It's a $50 don't pass bet. We'll catch a point, whatever that happens to be. We're going to lay on the point 180 in odds. Okay, that's designed to cover what's going to be our across bet. The across bet's going to be an effective 204 across. What that means is every number is going to pay 50 for one. 4 and 10, quarter buy pays $50, $49. So 50 for one. 35 on the 5 and 9 would pay 50 for one. And 42 on the 6 and 8 also pay, you guessed it, 50 for one. The way we play this out is this. It's a 2-roll strategy or 2-hit strategy. So basically, this is our setup. If we catch a 7 immediately, you effectively tie within 10 or 15 bucks, depending on what happens here. But this 180 would pay 120 plus 50, so 170 on a PSO here. There's 169 out here, so you win $1. The 0.6 or 8, that number changes a little bit, but it's about the same. The real thing you want to do is get 2 hits, right? If you catch a hit on any number, it's going to pay you $50. And what you do is you pull down your 4 and your 10. I'll take a quarter for one of the, or nickels for one of those quarters, make it look like $10. So you have something else out there and you have $80 back in your rack. If something else hits, let's say it's the 5 this time, also pays $50. You're going to bring the 5 down, the 6 down, and the 8 down to table minimum. Now you've got 54 across, table minimum, and I've got the better part of my money back in the rack. Look at this. I have $215 coming back to the rack. I started out here with 169. So I have a profit of about $30 in the rack. The odds come back down, and now I'm playing even Steven, right? I'm against the 9. I've got $54 across. So basically, if a 7 comes, it's a tie, and we can walk away with this $30 in profit, or have a great roll and see what happens, right? That's the point here, is to give you opportunity to have a great shot or capitalize on a good roll. So far, in playing this strategy, we have not had a good roll. I've had a couple of them, but we've been kind of off rhythm, and we have not capitalized. We've been fighting a lot in this strategy, not to get out of the gate so much, but to make anything happen once we're out of the gate. So hopefully today's a better day, and we can roll through this thing and make some paycheck a little bit easier. That would be the idea here for me. So let's get it on. Get shooting here. There's my screen. Here we go. Red's just hopping on before work. Good morning. Good morning, Chris. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. Thomas Gregory's here. Good to see you. And of course, Dustin's here every day. Dustin's here every day, making money on us, right? He'll let you know what's going on. Sounded like Dustin is starting his channel back up, which is cool. We get to see him explain a little bit of the complexity of what he does. I know that his system is not straightforward like these systems are, so it'll be good to hear him. Mike from On Point Craps, good morning, man. How you doing? Haven't seen you in forever. Hope you're doing well. Here we go. Let's get it on. I'm going to go from my rack. I'm going to get set up here. I'm going to put $300 out there. There's 100. There's 200. There's 250. And here's the nickels coming. And and let's go. We're gonna get our don't pass set up. I'm gonna preset the bets up top. I don't know which one's gonna leave, but one of these is gonna leave us when the point gets set. Let's make one of these quarters look like nickels and pennies. There we go. There's our 204 across, okay? Now remember, we're gonna remove one of those bets once the point is set. Here we go. Let's come on out. And if you're also new to what I do, I am working a new toss. So I've been getting coached by Gargoyle a little bit. I'm changing the way I throw the chopper quite a bit. So don't expect much. The throws have been a little bit squirrely because I'm still trying to figure out the new mechanics. So basically, this is a great test of me being random, completely random, and the strategy is supposed to work great. So here we go. Into the corner we go. It's an 8, 6-2. All righty. That's our first point. Whoops, roll tracker's not working. 6-2-8. There's the actual point. I'm going to pull the 42 bucks down. And let's get rolling. Need to get 2 box hits. Need 2 box hits. Now on the 8, as that being the point, what's going to happen is this. There's 1, 75, 180. That's the odds. I'm just going to drop it out there, ugly fashion. The 180 wins 150. So on an early 7, we win 200 bucks. Up there, we have 162. So an early 7 is actually a good thing when the point is 6 or an 8. Of course, I'd rather get my 2 hits and be out of here. Here we go. There's a 7. Right away, we get that 7. Not a terrible throw, but it results in a 7. And so, again, you're going to lose all the bets, which, again, as a dealer, this kind of sucks. A lot of work to do up here dealing these things out. But let's go ahead and pay ourselves out, and I'll show you how this worked. I'm going to color those nickels up. So down here, we get paid 50 bucks for the flat bet. This pays 150. There's 112. So we don't have enough money even from the rack to pay this, which means we're going to have some profit. So that's great. We're going to make about 30 bucks. That's fine. It's not awesome. I would rather have made the money up top than down here as odds. But again, we'll take it however it comes, right? That's kind of the way it is. And if you look at our rack right now, I can do a quick check with you. We start with 2,500. There is 2,500, and here is my profit. So that first shooter gives us about, what was that, $35, $38 net. Again, not going to make the house payment on that, but that's the point. The point of the don't pass is to save you from yourself early. So here we go. Let's not PSO on shooter 2. Let's actually have a good roll. Let's have a good roll. Here we go. A little high on the shot. That's a 6, 5-1. All right, here we go. Same setup. Same exact setup. There's going to be 180 in the odds. Let's get our cross bets all set here. It's going to take me a second to do this. There's the 5. There's the 8. I got to break it black to get the rest. There we go. There's the black. 9, 10. All right. There we go. This is definitely a slow deal, so apologies for the show being so draggy. That is a midnight, 6-6 midnight that rolled. It's a 9, 5, and a 4. That's good. That's our first payment, 5, 4, 9. That pays $50. 50 for one out of my rack. Remember, it pays $49, so I'll give him a buck to make the 50 to change. 4 and 10 will come down. I can just bring that right to the rack, actually. And I'll drop my nickels out here to get them up. Now, they may or may not stay there for long, but they're there for now. If we get our second hit, we'll talk about what to do. But at this point, we're in good shape because we're going to win $200 on a 7 down here. And I've now got less than 169 up there. I have like 122 or something up top. So we're in better shape the farther we go here. Let's just avoid the 6 for one roll if we can. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. It was a 7 though. Man, it was exactly what I wanted for my toss though. But hey, whatever. We're gonna make money. And again, I'll pull this down so you can see what's gonna happen. You know we're gonna make $200 down below, right? We know this is gonna be 50 plus 150 because the point was 6. If I set this up here, that's gonna be $130 up top. We're getting paid $200 down here. Our net's gonna be 70 on that one. That's actually great. There's the 50. There's 150 for the odds. Let's bring it all back. I think let's keep on keeping on here. Now notice one thing I'm not doing is I'm not progressing my don't pass bet at all. Not playing it that way today. Certainly could be pressing up in here as you're hitting don'ts, right? That's not a bad move to make. I love to catch a don't streak if I can. I'm playing it straight up. So here's my rack: $2,300, $2,400, $2,500. That's my starting bankroll, which means I have $155 in profit. So we're gonna make profit today so far by squeaking through with these early crap rolls, right? Sometimes these hedging strategies like this work because your throws are shit and you're gonna make money just in spite of yourself. The strategy is not designed to do that. The strategy is designed to make money after you get out of the hand. We haven't gotten out of the hand yet today, but luckily, you know what? As I'm getting the toss figured out here, we're gonna be 7. We're gonna be 7 heavy for a little bit as we're getting it figured out. So here we go. Coming out again. Let's see. That was a good throw. Man, I'll tell you what, the throw was great, but they bounced like freaking crazy off that back wall. That was a perfect throw. And it's a 7, which sucks. It takes away part of that profit we built up. That sucks. Here we go. Yeah, you're talking about sets. I'm only using the ones up set just so I can see easy what the dice are doing. It's really just like we did before, right? I'm using the ones up as a way to track my throws. Easier. It's like a hard way set. So it's just, you can easily tell when you're going, which die is doing what versus a randomly set, or not randomly, but a more specific set. Here we go. 8. Well, that, I'll tell you what, they're, you can't, that's an 8, not a 10. They're landing right where I want them to. They're just not quite flat. I'm still having that wonky flight issue from before. So we'll fix that though. Here we go. Let's get our monies out here. 180 in odds. That's gonna be a point of 8. All right, let's get this. 25 and 25 for the 50. 5, 9, 6. I like this part of the strategy a lot. I really do love. I love the 204 across play. I love getting 50 for 1 in every single shot. It's beautiful. I just would like to have a longer run than I'm having. Here we go. Points 8, right? Okay, there's a 4. They're landing a little harder than I want. Okay, the 4 is going to get paid 50 for 1. I'll take one of those quarters as nickels. 4 and 10 come back to the rack. There's $10 each, and $80 comes home. Here we go. A little short, but it's another 4 to 3-1. And that'll pay $18. Okay, now here's my dilemma with this strategy. Right now, if I pull down, we're gonna be tied. We're gonna be not really in profit. We're gonna have really nothing out of the hand. So what you can do here is take another shot and getting an inside number, or just run for cover right now, right? And stop fighting so freaking hard, right? Bring it all back down. Lock up where I am, which again will be close to being in some halfway okay profit, and play with that 54 across up top against the 6. Now the 6, don't love that as a bet, or the 8 rather, don't love that as a no bet, but the way I'm throwing, not the worst thing. I'm gonna put $6 over here on the hard 8. We're gonna take one way of losing away from ourselves. If I look at my rack right now, there's $200. This right here, starting bankroll, which means I've got $52 plus 50, 102 on the felt. Technically speaking, it's all profit. 102 plus 50-ish, so I'm still about 150 up. Okay, well, not enough to call it a paycheck, but it's enough to roll with. Here we go. Let's just stay away from the 8 for a minute. Here we go. 5, 3, 2, 5. All right, we're gonna play this today a little more aggressively than I usually do. 5 is gonna pay 15 for 1, and it's all going up. Full press. I'm gonna do the tier pressure model for these bets up top. A little bit aggressive. It's going to match what we're doing on Coffee and Craps this morning, what I'm talking about down there. Here we go. That was a great throw, and it's a hard 8, which is freaking awesome. Okay, that's fantastic. 4-4. That got lucky, lucky, lucky. We lose our don't for $50, okay? But 6 times 9 is 54, so we're going to win that 50 right back, plus $4. So that's fortuitous, right? We end up not losing on the don't, which is great, which means all the money up top is in play as profit, which is awesome. If I look at my rack here, there's $100 in the rack. I'm going to take a black chip for that. That's our first locked profit of $100, which is awesome. We have $120 roughly in the rack, 122 in the rack as our profit right now, plus what's up there. So 122, 132, 142, 152, 162, 164 plus 25 is 189. Not to our 250 yet, but we're edging towards it. We're edging towards it. I'm actually going to take 12 of that, grab the 8 with it, and come back out. Here we go. New point. Not going to go to the don't. No need to. The don't pass did its job. It got us playing for free, and we're good. There's a hard 8 again. Look at me go, hard 8. Booyah. 4-4. That's good. Let's make those bets up there, make the money they're supposed to make, huh? Again, I'm going to do the tier pressure style betting. Try and turn that into something good. Here we go. Little too fast on the spin. That is a 6-4-10. I kind of flicked that a little bit. I didn't like what I did there. That's going to pay $18. We're going to do a full press. 15 bucks on top. Makes it also look like a quarter. I'll pay the vig on the win if it comes. It's 1-2. 2 box hits. If you know me, you know the rules here. Here we go. Oh, way short, way short. Oh boy, not good. That was a 9. That was a terrible throw. That landed like way the hell out here. Just not, again, I'm still working, right, this toss. Here we go, 15 for 1. Goes to a quarter. All right, here we go. Oh, they kissed. They kissed, and it's a freaking 7. God, that sucked. We're one roll away from the money shot, right? That was the money shot. We get one more hit, and we're out of here with our paycheck, right? Couldn't get the money shot. But the strategy did what it was supposed to do. It gave us a chance to win, right? All you're looking for here with this type of play, it's that 2-phase play, right? Or 3-phase play. Phase 1, get out. Phase 2, right there. Make your profit in phase 2 if you can do it. And then you're off to the races. We didn't get our phase 2 profit. That sucks, but it is what it is. Here we go. We're coming out. Maybe this is the one, right? That was a good shot right there, right? What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rolls all in the box, right? The only bummer in that thing was setting the point of 8, right? Of those rolls, 2 of them were the point being set. But that's okay. I can handle that. Here we go. Get me out of here. That's better. But boy, they're still landing directly on top of one another. 4, 1, 5. All right, let's go to the 5. Let's get those odds out there. There's 175, 180 in odds. Let's get our money up top. 4, 6, 8. 9, 10. Let's take one, I think 1 quarter. No, 1 quarter won't get it done. 3, 2. All right, here we go. All right, putting our profit at risk a little bit. Let's get it done. Here we go. Nice and soft. Nice and soft, Johnny. That's better. Way better. There's a 9. Tell you, it's like, it is hard to adjust. There's a 50 for 1. You know the drill by now, though, right? This is going to be kind of rote for everybody. Right, 4 and 10 come back. We'll take nickels for that 1 quarter. 10 and 10. 80 bucks coming home. All righty. All right, here we go. Really got to work on that front, the front hand. Man, they're just cracking every time on the front edge. I've got to, that landing is not flat. I'm throwing them super soft, but they're landing so janky that they're just all over the damn place. All right, there's 50 for 1 on that 9, okay? That comes down. That comes down. That comes down. And the odds come back, okay? Quick rack check. Let's see where we are. I'm gonna line it all up in here so you can see how close we might be to where we need to be. There's 1, 275. There's 2 blacks, okay? That puts the rack right. There's my starting bankroll, okay? What I've got here is 100 in greens and $6. So I have 100 here, 50 here, and 50 out there. We're at $200 in profit. We aren't at goal yet. We're damn close to it, but we ain't there yet. We're just kind of edging our way through this freaking thing. We're eking our way in. We have not had a actual win yet. We've just been kind of bonking through it. Here we go. And there it is again, 6-5 yo. I'm throwing them soft. They're spinning once in the air like they're supposed to, but they're landing one on top of the other one every single time. I've got to get them to separate in the air. That'll be my next lesson with Gargoyle will be like, how do we get damn things to separate? But for now, I want to focus really hard on this release and the location. And there's a 5. That sucks. That's a 4-1. That's the point. We're going to lose our don't, which really sucks. But we're out of the hand. So we're going to lose $50 along the way here. Puck is off. Let's come back out. I'm not going to replace the don't because I'm already good. But I will put the 5 up there as a bet. Here we go. Coming out. Three, ace deuce. Boy, I should have on the don't, right? That would have been nice. 1, 2, 3. See that? How they're I wish you could see the flight. They're flying so softly and they're doing all the things right. I just cannot get them to not crash into each other coming down. That's like, again, that's, I think, a potentially huge issue for me. Here we go. $10 to the 5. All good things, right? All good things come to those who work hard and practice. Here we go. Let's have a roll. Losing that $50 kind of pisses me off. Didn't like that at all. Let's make this happen here. Aces. Hard 8. That's the point, and that'll pay $14. Just make it look like 24. Puck is off. Coming back out. Okay, here we go. 6. You can tell by the way they bounced that they landed on their inside point like this instead of straight up. They landed like that. So the non-flat landing makes them look like they're careening all over the damn place. Here we go. $8 hard. That's great. It's going to pay 28 bucks. Nice. That's a straight collect for us here. I'm going to work tier pressure. A single repeat like that, an instant repeat, doesn't really help you out much. We got to get at least 2 numbers pumped before we do it. Frick. 7. We were close there. We were close. All right, let's bring it all down. Do it again. Creating opportunity, but not capitalizing on it. And again, I could be, and I should be saying this more often, right? Every time we do this, and I get the $100, we should stop playing. Like there should be a, this point in time where you just go, we got our move to work, right? Why keep being up in the box, right? You're playing for opportunity, but at some point for a paycheck, you maybe don't. Look at that roll. That's kind of a gross roll there. It's a long one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shots in that roll. 3 horns, right? And 1, 2, 3 points. So out of the 11 shots, 3 of them are horns, 3 of them are setting the point. So you're not getting paid on those. And I think rhythmically, you can have a good roll and not make any money. And there's a reason why. There's a reason why that's often the case. And that's a good example right there of what happens a lot. Here we go. That's going to be the 8. Let's do it. Let's get our monies out there. All right. I think I need that. I hate to keep having to survive these first 2 rolls. All right, there's 175 in the odds, 180. Our 6 is capped. Let's go. All right. Nine, 6, 3. Again, a little bit of a corner landing there, corner point landing, 6, 3, 9. That'll do the thing though. We'll get 50 bucks for one. I'll bring a 4 and 10 with me. Get it back out there. Six hard, or not hard, 6, 6, 4, 2. A little deep on that one, a little deeper than I'm supposed to be. 4, 2, 6. Okay, that's again $50, right? And again, every time we do this, right, we're bringing $100 off the table. And like I said before, it's like, why are we still playing? I mean, we're playing. You're craps players. You want to win and have the opportunity. That's the reason. But you can clearly see. Every time we do this, I bring $50 off the table. I can bring my odds back, and we can reset the rack every single time. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 blacks. Right, let's bring them back in. And we edge closer and closer and closer to the goal. Right, there is, again, our starting bankroll. There's $100, and out here is $100. Right, so we're at $200 right now in profit. If you take what's here, this $120 plus 52, it's 172, and here is $50. That gets us like 220. So we're not there yet. We're not at our 250 in profit goal, but we're edging, right? We're getting close to it. I'm gonna put the $6 out here on the hard 8 just to kind of save that. And if we pop the 8, we're gonna lose $50 and kind of go backwards a little bit, right? not backwards, but not forward, right? We're not moving the needle. And that's what the strategy's got to do. It's either going to move the needle or you pull the $100 off, take it all down, and just do it again. You know, it's, like I said, this type of play can be the way that you make big money when that hot roll does come, but it can also be super grindy, right? You just grind, grind, grind. Nothing's happening until something happens. Here we go. There's a 3, AC Deucey. A little too hard of a throw there. Again, working that velocity. A little bit better, and there's the 7. 5-2. So we end up in a get nothing situation up here. We'll lose the top. We'll win the bottom. And like I said, we're going to be at $200, $215 in profit right now. What time is it? Do I have time to do one more shooter? It's close. We can do one more shooter, and we'll just do one more, and that'll be the end of it. Whatever happens here happens here. Just because of time. Let's come out. Did I put the 7 in? I did. Here we go. Three. All right. Guess what, folks? We're done. That's it. 2-1-3. I'm done. That was a lucky little outcome right there, but on the don't pass, you win that, and that's $100. And guess what? We got lucky today. Boy, oh boy, that's a black chip. There's your 250, 265 in profit. Like that little 2-1-3 there is what saves the day. Sometimes the line works. Today we actually had 2 7s that saved us before the box hits, right? This don't pass with the odds today saved us twice, and it got the profit. I was bitching all week last week about how the don't pass is killing me. Today, the don't pass was the reason we won. I got to give it the credit that it's due. Let me change the screen here and go and type this in, and then we'll talk about stuff. Okay, here we go. Let's put today's date in here. Today is that. This is the Daily Paycheck Casino. We're on the Storm. Buy in 2,500, cash out 27.65, 27.66 actually. This was just from the bank, and it was a total grind. Total grind. DP with odds. 1 twice. 1, 2 on last. Come out. Nice. Okay. We'll save that. And at this point, the Storm is 2-1, up 327. Right? Can't bitch too much about that, right? Let's come back over here. And I know there's been a ton of chats going on. I was kind of putting my eyes up there. I saw that Gargoyle is here, Cajun Craps here. I'm going to read through some of this real quick with you, since I got a few minutes to do it, and see if there's anything that's worth me responding to, or if you guys have resolved everything. So let's see here. So we have Cajun. I thought it was to use rotational force to set the faces up. So this is the way that I have thrown in the past, right? And I'll talk to you about this because I believe that there's truth on both sides of this thing, okay? There's a spinner toss, okay? If you think about it, maybe I'm using the wrong words here, but the spinner toss is what you're describing, right? I spin them, flick them with the middle finger, I flick them pretty hard, and I've shown you slow motion where that looks bad, it was a 7, but where where the high rate of spin skips them to the wall, they skip off the diamonds and they stay up, right? That's a high spin rate toss. It's a spinner. I've been calling it the chopper, but it's not, right? Gargoyle has re-educated me on what the chopper really is supposed to look like in the air. Hardly any spin, super light toss. That's a different type of throw than what this is. What I used to do, and I can still do it sometimes, I can still pull that throw out, where it's more of a frisbee skip, high spin rate, right? The actual helicopter throw that I'm learning from Gargoyle is more of a super light toss. It's more of a drop shot. It's way less spin, and it's designed to work differently. It's designed to reduce energy, where the one that I threw before embraces the energy. Two different physics there. The physics of one and the physics of the other are two totally different things, and they both have their place. They both work. Let's see. Most time the dice will roll and remain the same. Yes, that's the idea, right? We keep them on top. Randy says short videos on the chopper toss. Gargoyle may do some. I don't know. I can do it too. I've got a bunch of longer videos on it that I've done before that I can re-break down, but I don't want to do a video on this toss until I really have practiced it. The other one I can talk to you about all day long, the spinner. This one I need my 10,000 throws before I'm willing to do anything lecture style, if that makes sense. I'm not there yet. I need more time. Need more time. Let's see, Gargoyle. Yeah. Stay tuned, he says, on this. What do you do? How do you do it? Stay tuned, right? Yeah, Cage spins them a lot and rolls them low and slow. They trickle into the wall a little bit, right? That's how he does it. My older throw was more of a, like I said, more of a high rate of spin to get them to stay spinning. That was how I used to do it. So let's see. Gargoyle, yeah, you got to watch him throw. It's a little different and a lot better than I do. I can tell you that. I've seen it. It's pretty awesome. Let's see. Dan, nothing is. John's doing the rules of these paycheck strats. What is Dan saying here? Oh yeah, nothing's wrong with $200, Dan. Again, we're going for 10%. My goal here is always 10%. There are times where it's close enough for government work, but I'm trying to stick to the rules and get to my 10%. So, yeah, good shooting today. I think for the large part, we had some pretty good shots. We had a couple PSOs, but in general, pretty good throwing today. That's it. I'm out. All the chats have been gone through. It is 7:51. I got 10 minutes to go or so before the daily paycheck or the coffee and craps. I will see you downstairs. Thanks everybody for joining me. Thanks Gargoyle for watching and again staying in my ear with the good advice. I really appreciate that. Y'all rock. Thanks so much. I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Bye. Oh, we gotta celebrate. Let's celebrate for